Do we stay the whole time?
We can't leave.
No.
No, we just didn't. No,
Hey, you stay the whole time. Yeah, you cool. Just regular show. Usually, Sherry will come on, say a thing, just mention the poet, y'all introduce yourself, she get into the poetry, and she do a piece. But she's running late, so I'm gonna start it off. Yeah. Then she'll be there. That's about it. But we wanna conversate.
So we're included in the conversation.
Yeah, conversation must be going on.
Well, we like to talk
about what?
I don't know. I may say, because I seen your video. That's how I see, you may talk about that. You may mention what events are y'all in, something like that. Mention the Women of Poetry, September 26th, it's free to the public.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, free to the public. I just take on sponsors.
Yeah.
I made it free to the public because the museum charges $8 to park. So I wasn't going to tack on my amount then the $8. That'd be too much.
That's nice, because most people be charging $20 and then the $8 and then another fee at the door.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, what's the other fee for? It's just fees.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Be like, okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm starting to read them sometimes.
Okay, let me practice my pen.
5:58. Phone's on vibrate.
Oh my gosh, yes. I think mine is on vibrate.
My director, she's usually here. She's at her church, so she's gonna call in and do the regular stuff. So Lakeisha and Lakeisha.
Keisha Bertrand and Lakeisha Burns.
And Sherry always uses the term poetry wasted.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say that.
I don't know if I want to do one more or if I want to do it at.
There we go. Where the earphones at?
How about now?
Yeah.
There we go. There's one button. I have Cynthia on the line. She's calling in.
Cynthia Sharp.
Cynthia Sharp, yes.
Hey, Miss Cynthia.
And we have someone at the door, and I'm getting ready to start the show.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'm going to start rolling, and then I'm going to run get the door. We are recording live in 3, 2, and 1.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to work together in unity. It is like the precious bundle upon the head to bring down the shade. Even Karen knew to bring down the church with God. As the dew of her mouth, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion, who will hear what the Lord commanded his blessing and life evermore.
Thank you for tuning into the Gospel of Poets, powered by the Music and More Foundation on KPRT 1590 AM in Kansas City, Missouri. During the talk show of the poets, keep in mind, the words expressed are strictly the opinions, views, experiences, feelings, or thoughts of the poet expressing them. They're not meant derogatively towards any persons or parties, and they are not those of the Music and More Foundation, KPRT, or affiliates. I'm Desiree Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Sherry Purpose Hall.
This is Sherry Purpose Hall with the Gospel of Poets, and I just want to give peace and blessings on this lovely Saturday. It's beautiful, the weather's perfect, and what better day than a tribute show we have lost a couple of beautiful, important women within the past month since we saw you last. So I just want to send this shout out, this blessing, these poems, this show to the lovely, the wonderful, the talented Dr. Maya Angelou. As many people know, she was a polyglot. She could speak in many different languages, so she just wasn't beautiful in English, you feel me? She was an actress, a dancer. She could model. She is a story, a living testament to the story of how I got over. And she knew why the cage bird sing. So this show is dedicated to her, as well as the incomparable Ruby Dee, who passed away this week. I'm not exactly sure on the age. They said that she was 91. I haven't verified that yet because, you can't believe everything that you see and you read, and, I like to verify my information. So don't take that from me. But the lovely Ruby Dee, wife of Ossie Davis, activist, actress, and poet, these women were phenomenal women, phenomenally. Yes, they were. So right now, I ain't even gonna lie to you. We on air, and I am in my car, driving on the way to the station. Because why? Because I was at the studio laying the track for Miss Erica Danae's upcoming CD. Now, if you want to hear the poem, I'm so sorry. You're not going to be able to hear it today. You're going to have to wait until August when the CD drops. However, there is a single called Counterculture dropping June 17th. That's right, Tuesday, June 17th, dropping live to your iTunes. So for all you techies out there, go on out there on June 17th and download that single. Now, who do I have in the studio?
Serenity.
Serenity.
Lakeisha, better known as Star.
Hey, Brooklyn.
All right.
T.L. Williams in the house.
T.L. Williams in the house. So, what we gonna do, since there are poets to the left of T.L. Williams,
That's right.
and poets to the right of T.L. Williams,
That's right.
we gonna have Gigi start us off with a Maya Angelou tribute, just because that's what we need to do. We need to honor our elders. Go ahead, Gigi.
Life doesn't frighten me. Shadows on the wall, noises down the hall. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Bad dogs barking loud, big ghost in the cloud. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Mean old Mother Goose, lions on the loose. They don't frighten me at all. Dragons breathing flame on my counterplane. That doesn't frighten me at all. I go boo, make them shoot. I make fun, way they run. I won't cry, so they fly. I just smile, they go wild. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Tough guys in a fight, all alone at night. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Panthers in the park, strangers in the dark. No, they don't frighten me at all. That new classroom wear, boys all pull my hair. Kissy little girls with their hair in curls, they don't frighten me at all. Don't show me frogs and snakes and listen to my scream. If I'm afraid at all, it's all only in my dreams. I've got a magic charm that I keep up my sleeve. I can walk the ocean floor and never have to breathe. Life doesn't frighten me at all. Not at all. Not at all. Life doesn't frighten me at all.
Yeah.
Ooh, let me tell you something. That's one of my favorite poems by her, and I actually just read it to my church this last Sunday, just doing another tribute to her, because it's funny. My church, the church that I attend is not my church, you know what I'm saying? It's God's church. But the church that I attend, Temple of Truth Baptist Church, 1520 Linwood Road, Kansas City, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Come visit us. You know, service starts at 9:30 a.m. Pastor Watts just needs to get that shameless plug in there.
That's all right.
Now, the church that I attend has allowed me to do a Black History moment every Sunday.
That's cool.
And I normally do people who, you know, people may not recognize who are our Black history, like Iceberg Slim or Dick Gregory, different people who may not normally be recognized as Black history. And I had just got done speaking about Maya, about how she, well, Dr. Angela, like I'm on personal terms with her. I talked about Maya. But how she was a teenage mother and still made all this stuff happen. And I read that poem this last Sunday about how life doesn't frighten me at all. Sometimes we get scared, we get fearful, and God has not given us the spirit of fear. But when we look at life and see how we're still living, still breathing, still pushing on, my God, life doesn't frighten me at all. So thank you, Serenity. I'm going to call you out Serenity because, you know, we girls and I be getting to calling y'all different kinds of names. Then we talk about off air, which I already did. So.
That's crazy. I picked this poem because I didn't know that was your favorite poem.
It is my favorite poem by Maya Angelou. Well, no. It's my second favorite. My favorite is Mama Welfare Roll.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I just randomly turned to this.
She took it. Okay. She had a way of speaking to the situations in our lives and about women who normally would not be highlighted. So my hat is off to her. Now, Miss Serenity, what you got for us?
Oh, I have a poem.
You have a poem?
I'm going to go ahead and do my poem.
Do that.
God grant me serenity to accept the things I can't change, courage to change the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. With that being said, I want the wisdom to know that although I can use my voice as a weapon, I can also choose to use it to heal. I also want to know the difference between a voice and a pen. A voice is used to deliver a message that was created by a human, but I can't change the flow of my bic. It moves sometimes without me knowing it. My thoughts provoke creation, and sometimes I can't stop it. So when you give me a dope line, I use my voice to cultivate it. I know I can use my voice for evil, but I choose to use it to convey a message that was sent. Good, bad, or indifferent, these words are original, so I won't restrict them. If I offend someone, I will still continue, because even in my offense, not everybody is given this gift, so I will continue to spit. My pen flows for a reason, and with that, I'll accept this as a hardship on the pathway to personal inner peace. I will ask that you guide my pen along with my speech. See, this is what I say before I touch the mic. I know as much as I write, not everybody is built for the spotlight. I know I can't change what you've given to me, for I can't control my inner creativity. It keeps me up late at night contemplating what to do with it. Scattered thoughts, spoken rhymes manifest themselves in the lines of literature in my mind. It spews my brain into the paper and somehow takes a life of its own. Scenes, scenarios, and situations continue to mold me into a vessel of human testimony. I know not all my words may enlighten, but someone may be touched by it. My words, my thoughts, my poetry are a part of me, and I know you didn't give them to me to keep them to myself. I'm an example of my poetry. It lives in me, speaks through me, and to me. I know words are more powerful when they're said. My inner thoughts mean nothing if I don't speak. I thank God for allowing this to happen to me. I thank God for allowing me to speak.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's in the house?
Serenity's in the house.
Who else is in the house?
Oh, me. I'm in here now. Know what I'm saying? You see what that do? That radio teleporting thing I got going on? I'm tight. I mean, all glory be to God, though. But I'm tight. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing my tightness. I've been waiting so long for someone like you, just beautiful and wonderful, to recognize how tight I am.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Yes, he did.
You can't see me, but I'm dancing right now. Okay. Anywho. So, poets to the left of me.
That's right.
Yeah, not T.L. Williams no more. To the left of me. Poets to the right of me. And I got the Browns in the house. I've been trying to get y'all for months.
I've been trying to get over here too.
Ow!
What's happening?
What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
to tie on. She got her pink on and her coral. They are the bomb, you know, together, separately, whatever. God did that, you know what I'm saying? When he put them together, he did that. So, what we go ahead and do is allow them to minister to you over the airways. Come on now, y'all. And I'm letting them make their way to the mic.
Great things.
Okay, they here.
Nice.
So tell us a little bit about your ministry and go ahead and dig into a little bit further.
Okay, well, I'm Young Fierce, Columbus Brown. This is my wife, Paulina Rose Brown. Collectively, we are the Browns. It's our first time here, you know what I mean, with Sherry and Terrence. Supposed to have been down here a long time ago. But glad to be here, you know, spreading God's word, you know, just speaking of his goodness.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, basically, we got the albums coming out where, you know, we try to blend the hip hop in with the word. At the same time, you know, we got the next big thing going on, both of us.
Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know
You
what I
just started being in the movie because you were
As
showing up.
myself. How about that? That's how I
Showing
do.
up with
Yeah.
your husband and it's like,
No,
hey.
I didn't even do that.
You didn't even do that?
You just get that music in the right ear and they be like, oh.
Yeah, that's why I heard the album.
We
It's
heard
like,
her
hey,
down.
bring your
Like,
wife on down, you know.
Like, we want you as you. We want
Yeah. Hey, I'm with
you.
it.
Not
Yeah.
you to be Sarah or
Right.
Lil Bob. We want you to be Melina.
Look, and I'm showing
Look at
that.
God. Look at God. Look at her. Look.
I know. Always doing more than what I asked for.
So when's that next CD dropping?
Next month.
Next
July
month.
26th.
Oh my God.
Yes. That's
You
for Heart
mean to
Beautiful
say
Feet.
that I am going to have some new music in my ears?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right.
In my ears?
What?
The
In my
R's.
ear
The
holes.
R's. You know, both
In my
R's.
area.
Oh,
To minister to my spirit area.
The
Okay.
R's, you
Now
know.
this CD is actually like the missing chapter because I previously did secular music, and we ended up going to, you know, we both were transitioning, and when me and Fierce got together, we did an album together. So this is the music I have recorded prior to that project. So
Yeah, so this one actually is our solo album. You know, our second group album, we following this. But you know what I'm saying? You be sitting on so much music for so long, you're like,
Right.
it's got to be heard, you know.
Right.
So,
So give us something. Don't make us wait no more.
oh yeah.
We've been waiting forever. Give us
Yeah.
something.
Want me to go first? I'd love to. What up, y'all? I just stay out like Young Fierce again. Break a little something down for y'all real quick, Lens. Yeah, it's okay, yeah. Been bench pressing, getting buff with all this pain. Curling my confusion, was squatting dead, waiting, wiping off what I ain't using. These small guys. It took us some time, but I'm glad we made it. Now we got that butter for your mashed potatoes. Prescriptions from the scripture keep me scribbling in my scribbler, thinking of ways I can illustrate this thing I'm living in the life. Feeling good, it's all right. It's like I opened up my curtains once I gave away my burden. Penetrated walls that prevented me from progress, obliterating all that was keeping me in nonsense. See, hope manifested and I opened up my stride with my blinders on, blocking out distractions on the side. Life in the light, the real illuminated living, gratefully accepting, acknowledging his existence. It's a party over here, yeah, it's cracking for the Browns, because we giving it to God till he come back down.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
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 Hold up. That is
Rewind.
ridiculously, like, just contagious. After you get done hanging around them, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
I'm like, y'all. My husband be like, you done been around them again, y'all.
That's
Come on, give me something, Melina. Hold up.
Yes.
Before she do it, let me tell you something. I'm her Facebook friend, right? I'm her bookie. And she posted this video that is worship up my alley. Like, it had the live band and there was singing, and then
Yeah.
she kicked in with them words, and I was
Praise God.
like, woo! You know what I'm saying? Up my alley. You know, praise and worship is meant to be inclusive of everyone and every talent.
Absolutely.
Let people play the timbrel, let them clap the spoons, let them scratch the washboard, whatever
real.
it takes,
For real.
however they talented. So she got up in there and that
Joyful
word,
noise.
and I was like, oh my Lord.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
I was up there at work. You don't show people stuff like that, like when they at work.
Did you break out and praise dance at work?
Not that I'm admitting to be on that at work, but you don't show people stuff like that at work.
Yeah.
So go and give us some of that.
All right. I'm about to do a little mini project called Bartender's Angst, because a lot of people know that, where I earn an income at right now is at the Blue Room as a bartender, and that gives me a lot of pain and suffering because I long to be fully, doing God's work, and I know that that's just a brief point for me right now. But inspired by that, breaking point, a Christian artist, punch a clock at a bar. I've been settling for hustling. You'd have made me a star. You'd have put me in a Lexus. I just asked for a car. I kept cutting myself short, missing that you who you are. And you really do love me. Those that don't had enough. I was living so empty, toasting what with cups up. I used to shake my tail feather, but with God I fared better. If the fast life elevated, then the stairs better. Needed way more love than I care to admit. Needed way more love than any man care to give. Had to sacrifice my vices I don't care to commit. Substitutions for love I could no longer permit. So when God came knocking, had to let his love in. He could tell if I was faking, so I never pretend. All the changes that I made were so that he would commend. And though we all fall short in his love, we can depend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my Eve. That's my rib right there.
Know what I'm saying?
But
Know what I'm saying? She got that sauce on it too. Got that sauce. She's saucy,
That's my
dog.
rib. That's my good thing. Said she is my good thing.
Yeah. That's the love movement. Yeah.
Indeed.
So, thank you. The Browns, I like to call them the Browns. It's so lovely. The Browns.
Yes.
You say the Browns are coming. You expected something totally different. They get in here with this hip hop ministry doing their thing. I'll be like, yes. So,
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Take it home. Indeed. Pack it away. All right. Poetry wasted.
Yes.
Okay, I'm here now. I'm in the building. So thank you, the Browns.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for
Who
having us.
I got on the line? Are you still there, caller?
I'm Cynthia from Vancouver, BC.
I've been waiting for your call, honey.
Hello, it's wonderful to be here. I'm enjoying the show so much.
Yes, thank you. So what you got for me? Well, first of all, what are y'all doing up in Canada?
Letting God through the rain up here.
Oh my God.
Amen.
Through the rain. I want to come there then. I love rain. Rain stopped here, so I'm going to need to go find some. But, so you're a poet in Canada. Where do you do poetry there?
Last night we had an event at a place called the Toasted Collective. There's a group called Pandora's Collective that does a whole lot of poetry. There are poets, I think, everywhere we look. I'm inspired. And I wrote a poem for you today called Into the Heart, about finding God through the brokenness of our lives.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and give that to me.
Into the heart, cracked open from the core, the wounded self opens to the healing turquoise love of the universe. To break is to let the light in and out, where it is renewed in the source of all. To give beyond what kindness we thought possible. Like winter trees, reaching across the stillness, the fractured pieces of ourselves, truly more beautiful, for their wisdom and the flow of life. When sun shines on shattered clay, when water smooths its edges, we hold our brokenness in our open palms, trusting the privilege to serve. Made strong in him, the mature heart reaches the depths of its core for grace. In brokenness we release the construction of perfect images, to be made whole in his love, in our humanity, in service. Spirit rising like a phoenix.
Amen.
That is beautiful imagery. Beautiful, beautiful imagery. So what inspires you?
So for me, I find I'm at middle age. I'm at a point where all the things we're told we're supposed to have as humans, all the material things we think we're supposed to have can sometimes break. Maybe you don't get to own a house. Maybe marriages break up. Maybe things don't go the way we think they should. And I was at a point of feeling most broken, I think, when I turned to the light, that Jesus is always there, that God is always there, and that path of God always lifts us to a greater light. I find that when we're most broken, that the light can come in.
Absolutely. That was so beautiful. And it's a very grounding word. It's very grounding to where if you feel like you're getting swept away by the currents of life, even through the brokenness, God still comes and finds you.
Absolutely. The moment I turned to God, I'm made whole again. And we're not broken at all. Once we're in His love, we realize our wholeness.
Thank you so much for calling me. Please call me again.
Thank you for your show. I'm looking forward to listening to more.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. And tell all the peeps in Canada, hey! And tell them that you poetry wasted us.
Great job, Cynthia. Great job.
Thank you. So, I have a poet to the right of me. She's gorgeous, y'all. She got this curly hair with these glasses on. She about to whip them off and put on a cape and become the Clark Kent of poetry right now. She got on these boots. Let me tell you about these boots. They got a little chain around the back. Girl, look. You know, I like to give y'all visuals of people in here because y'all sitting in my living room right now. So,
that is fun.
Girlfriends,
Hi.
Introduce yourself to the people. Tell them how they can contact you. And tell them what you do.
Praise the Lord, everybody. My name is Lakeisha Patron, from AKA known as Star. How you can contact me is groaninggraceministries@gmail.com. I've been doing spoken word for a while now. I just believe it's an opportunity for me to share with everyone that is willing to listen what I believe that God has put on my heart. And it's an opportunity for me to emote through the art of word.
Absolutely. Take that word down, emote. Okay.
Emote.
And we're moving on. You know, I just like to drop that in. Take that word down, write it down, get up in your dictionary.com, reference.com, Merriam-Webster, and whoever you got to go to, thesauruses and whatnot. Heretofore, if you don't have them, holla at Walmart. Okay. So, not at me because I like mine and I'm kind of selfish with my books. Okay. So, what kind of words you got for us today? I am excited. I saw a video of you because I had to leave His will that night.
Did you?
I was
You
sad.
did. You did leave.
I had to, you know what I'm saying, speak and burn, but you know, I went and kicked it at another spot. Shout outs to Trinity, you know what I'm saying? I was up there with them at the lab, but I missed you. And then I got to see the video of it and I was like, no.
Oh, yay. Bless God.
So, give me that. Give me something.
Okay.
It's exciting when you get to play with him.
It is. I do it a lot, actually. This piece is called Safe Place. In the secret of His treasury will He hide me. In a magical tabernacle where the partitions purpose to safeguard my very existence are disintegrating, collapsing, decaying. The burning building into which I continuously ran finally began to implode. Caved in and encaged, subdued and restrained, overpowered by overflowing overflow of rage. But you, Lord, are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance, and instantaneously redeem me from the commencement of my enemies. A graduation celebration of holy convocation dedicated in observation of my emancipation initiation. Your admission has been paid, and freely you may enter. Confess that to which you've transgressed and receive majestic protection from the carnivorous storm center. Cyclical demonic tornadic activity must bow at the sound of all God-given authority. From the pulpit to the streets, ministers' rows of regular seats. You're subject to the same precepts, instructions, and commandments as me. Falsely claiming the gift of divine inspiration, starvation creation from demonic denominations, satanic donations facilitate demoniacal divination, and the cursed plantation cultivated a voodoo generation. And then there's us. The ones chosen and intended for the end. The ones given government to command the four winds. The ones with the mastery to end diabolical catastrophes before they even begin to begin. I pray that out of His glorious riches He may strengthen you with power through His Spirit and your inner being so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power together with all of the saints. Now, faith is the assurance of things we do not see, being the proof of the conviction of their reality. The shield is illustrative of God's powerful protection. No marriage, no procreation, no death for the children of the resurrection. Teacher, I got a question. Come and join us if you please. Answer me and all of us by what authority you do these things. By the might whom with one thought created cosmos and galaxies. By the might whom with one thought subdued the most stout of your enemies. In the secret of His treasury shall He hide me. In the magical tabernacle where he speaks life, and then I breathe.
All right. That's stomping right there.
You just have to take a second to feel the spirit area all around her. And the auras. There's just it's emanating in the tabernacle. And
The tabernacle.
you know what I'm saying? It's emanating. You know her.
Yes.
I know her.
You know her. Okay. That means I am somebody.
Boom.
Bam.
Only do it.
If y'all can't feel my shoulder movement through the radio.
Hour.
And the face. You gotta scrunch the face up.
Oh,
Right, that's right.
There's protocol to this dancing. Okay, so we have Desi on the line.
Hello.
Hey there.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
What up,
You
what
all
up?
right?
We good. How are you? You celebrating?
I'm sorry.
You celebrating? She kicking it at church, y'all.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And really quick, thank you, Sherry. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into the Gospel of Poets on KPRT 1590 AM in Kansas City, Missouri, and online at gospel1590.com. Tell your friends about us. Happy birthday to all June babies from the Music and More Foundation and the Gospel of Poets. Like Sherry said, I am live on location at Faith Apostolic Temple, located at 408 North 7th Street in Kansas City, Kansas, governed by Republican Bishop Wardell Watkins. We are enjoying our 13th annual church anniversary. So really quickly, get your pens for some info. Our business of the month is Magnificent Media Group. For your video, photography, and editing needs covering live events, raw footage, commercials, music videos, comedy shows, weddings, interviews, documentaries, political forums, educational or training videos, contact J.D. Valentine, the Ebony Genius, by phone at 816-348-3854 or go online at the Magnificent Media Group at gmail.com. Magnificent is being spelled L-A-B as in boy, N as in Nancy, F-I-C-E-N-T, Media Group at gmail.com. The Music and More Foundation will be hosting Women of Poetry, the Art of Spoken Word 4. It's a dedication to the late Dr. Maya Angelou. You don't want to miss this lineup of these women. And this event is free to the public at the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art on September 26, 2014, beginning at 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. There is an $8 parking fee in the garage. The doors open at 6 p.m. To sponsor the Gospel of Poets or for more info, contact our producer, Mr. Terrence L. Williams at 816-612-7640. Special thanks to DJ Stacey Ryan. Special thanks to your host and ours, Ms. Sherry Purpose Hall. And special thanks to Serenity and Star for making this show a success, and any other poets that make the microphones for up until 7 o'clock. And I want to thank everyone for listening. And our upcoming shows are July 12th and August 9th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is very hot in this car, so I want to get back in that air conditioner and enjoy
Talking.
The Gospel of Poets. I'm Desiree Rogers, signing off. And as always, stay blessed.
God bless you, Desiree. Intermission. Woo! We made it. I was running. Oh, Jesus. And the traffic was not agreeing, and it didn't want to. It didn't want to. Thank y'all for making it.
So fun.
I'm trying to listen for them when they come back on. I gotta act right. Yeah, girl. Well, we can talk about everything you're doing. Y'all know y'all interested here.
Is it Brown? What's your Facebook?
Yes. She's Melina Rose Brown, Columbus Brown, or just Young Fierce with a Brown sleep.
Okay. If I type in Young Fierce, it'll pop up, or just Columbus Brown, then I can find both.
Columbus Brown for Facebook. So I can check her music out at Reverb Nation / Melina and Young Fierce.
Okay.
Reverb Nation. Should be cool. Check out that movie too, The Next Big Thing. It's gonna be pretty big for the town.
You're faking it, and it's killing you. You go around wearing
Daddy, answer. Daddy, did you remember to pray for me? Did you think of me? Did you find a place in your heart for me, did you? I would like to say that I'm beyond wondering why you weren't there, why you didn't care to claim me. Took no part in naming me, but your makings are all over me. Took no part in raising me, yet I inherited your genetic disease, asthma, arthritis, allergies, belly round, diabetic possibilities. I look more like you and your side than I care to see, yet you still manage to deny me. I would love to say that I forgave it all. And I didn't write them daddy hate poems. Wish I could say I didn't pen them verses, desperately pulling moist skin around the gaping hole you left, attempting to close unhealed wounds. Daddy, I just want to know, did you at least remember to pray for me? Because I might gain a little peace of mind if you considered me before our Father, resting assured that you cared a little. Daddy, did you pray? Did you, Did you pray? Did it hurt when you felt my absence? I would love to say that I didn't want you to hurt, that I didn't want you to feel empty and guilty every time you hear my name, getting whiplash from twisting your neck real fast to see if I was somewhere in the room. Daddy, did your absence from me pain you? If it didn't, that's fine too. Evidence that God blessed you mightily by hardening your hearts like Pharaoh's, giving well-placed calluses that you might entertain guilt strain. I'm sorry to say I didn't have the luxury of escaping that pain, but somehow I know that you didn't quite get away that clean. I know there had to be someone whispering about me, some person saying something, not leisurely allowing you to deny your child. Daddy, who advocated for me? Because there is no evidence that you did. Who championed for me? Besides my mother, because she did the things that you should have done. And I ain't talking about paying bills and opening doors, but telling my siblings who I was. I remember those conversations they had when she told each one of them that you were my dad, and they all looked at me for the first time, recognizing that I was the girl who was always around and the sister they never knew they had. Also, being the youngest of them, my face was a reminder that at some point in time you did they mama bad. Daddy, who came up in your ear? Was it any one of your peers who knew your cruel secret and had enough guts to speak the truth? Was it God himself who was angry enough to tongue lash you? Daddy, Daddy, who? Yeah, I'm still angry sometimes. You would think that after living this long, I would have let things go, but no. But believe me, I tried to talk myself into believing that me being well was more important than you being there. I would go to God and try to pray away care. I could say that your absence made me better and taught me all these things, and I am stronger, and I am a queen, and it would be true. But there is a truth deeper still, that truthfully I am not stilled. And each time I find some peace of mind and think that I have forgiven you, each time I stitch the wound, it's good and clean for a little while, allowing me to forget and have a smile. Then pus begins to seep out, proving this festering infection is at the very core of me. The antibiotic of ministry has not cured my scar tissue. No matter what I do, I can't get over you. And like the Apostle Paul had a thorn in his side, I guess I have mine too. And I have trust issues, anger issues, and like other poets, I got daddy issues. Maybe that's why I'm a poet, and maybe that's why I'm even any good, which just pisses me off more to know that I am who I am because of you, and I don't feel you deserve any credit. But maybe if I knew you prayed for me, I could get healing.
Oh my God.
My God.
My God.
Yeah.
Sit in that for a second.
Tight.
We're going to let that sink in.
Sit in that for a
I need
second.
time. I need
I
time.
got to get my mind right.
Because I don't know why I just had to do that poem right now. Hopefully that's for someone to let them know that even in the church we got issues like that. And even in the church we got things to work through. And just because maybe your daddy wasn't there, maybe he lived around the corner from you and still never called or came by, but God. And though you may not be over it, though you may be bitter, though you may be hurt, holding on to things, though you may not have forgiven, you still continue to fight another day. You do not just quit and stay in unforgiveness. You continue.
That's right.
To try and try again. And something may drum up the memory and make things come back, but you still try and you talk to God and you try again and you try again, because all of us got a thorn in our side.
That's good.
All of us. Something we may have to struggle with throughout life, but we still walk. We still walk. We still walk.
Still walk.
We still walk. So, with that being said, now that I've spewed off my daddy poem, one of many, and it's not to say, you know what, I found peace in that place. I found peace. I may still get angry and frustrated, this, that, and the other, and think about things sometimes and look at my children and wish that they could, you know, it's Father's Day tomorrow, and sometimes I wish my children could hug their grandfather knowing it was their grandfather. However, but God, they have been greatly blessed to have a great father and 2 more granddaddies that I married into that are great people that I would not replace for the world. So wherever you are lacking, look at where God has made provision.
That's right.
That's right.
Look at where he made provision. Because honestly, what you don't have, you possibly didn't need.
Hello, somebody.
So, not to say that daddies are needless. I'm just saying, God will make provision. So, talking about God's provisions, there's somebody here that got a love movement going on.
Yeah.
There's this movement, the LOVE movement. It's all over Instagram and Facebook and flash mobs and witnessing in places. It's just wild. It's just everywhere. And this chick be running around, and sometimes she have long hair and then short hair and then blonde hair and black hair. She be wearing tutus and lipstick, and she just wild, just going around loving people. Who does that? Okay, Brooklyn. That's
Hey,
who.
Brooklyn.
That's
Yes,
who. Her.
hey.
Her. Okay, Brooklyn. Hold up. Y'all gonna be in the Women of Poetry in September, ain't you?
Yes, yes.
Who is hosting that event?
This awesome,
Oh,
awesome woman named Sherry Hall.
Hey now! Here I go. Ooh, ooh. Serenity gonna be in that event too?
Yes, I am.
Well, look at God! Look at. I'm surrounded by women who's famous for poetry. They gonna be on Nelson Atkins Museum stage. Look at them! Talking about that God stuff. What you got about this love movement? What's this thing about?
Okay, so the Love Project is a community thing, and it is where the a group of churches from different denominations, so we have Seventh-day Adventists, we have Pentecostal, Baptist, Methodist, or whatsoever, coming together and to unite as one body and to actually spread the love of Christ through actions, words, and just giving people a good time knowing that God hasn't forgot about them.
Absolutely. So what y'all got coming up? I mean, I know you can't exactly announce certain things that are supposed to sweep the street by surprise, but what else y'all got going on?
Of course, you guys know we did the Love Project Flash Mobs, and we did that at the Plaza, and we did it on 18th and Vine, and we also did the Love Project Prayer Walk on 75th and Prospect. And in July, at the end of July, we're going to be hosting free haircuts, back to school haircuts, and whoever needs a haircut basically, and we're going to be hosting that. So we'll give you guys dates and times and locations when that is ready.
Follow her on Instagram. You get lots of information off Instagram. If you ain't got Instagram, download it and you get more information that way.
Yes, Brooklyn _ is my Instagram.
You heard it. You heard it. You see it.
Okay.
So what you got for us today? Hold up. She fire though. She fire. I'm just warning y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sit close to your speaker box so you can feel this in your spirit area when she come through the speakers.
The spirit, what?
Area.
Yo, area. It's somewhere in between your chest cavity and your pelvic muscle. It's the whole area.
Okay.
Bam.
Right up in there.
Okay.
Well, I have my favorite one, and it's called Tainted Version of Love.
Mm-hmm.
It's another daddy poem.
Mm.
But okay. Everybody wants to be loved, right? Even if it's coming from the wrong direction, from the wrong person with the misperception of what it really is. But still accept it, right? Because in that moment, we needed to be loved. And for you to tell me that I can't be loved, it's like telling me that I should go home and commit suicide and forever be separated from his presence. So I'll just close my eyes, throw my hands up, and whatever grabs me, I'll take it. Besides, I can't bear the thought of being rejected. So even if it's coming from the wrong direction, from the wrong person with the misperception of what it really is, I'll accept it, For example, my father used to call me at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning just to turn around and disappear 6 months to a year. I accepted it because in that moment I needed to be loved. And as I got older and men would call me at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, I accepted it. The only difference was I had the penetration of their skin with my skin and their breath lingering on my neck. Our souls became intertwined, our minds became tied, and we started screwing up our lives. Because we started taking temporary moments of infatuation and trying to make them a permanent situation, not realizing that we're just living from moment to moment. It was just entertainment. Failing to entertain the fact that this just might not last forever. So as I look back, I try to trace back where my tainted version of love came from, and I was like, come on, Dad. I was a blank canvas. You had the ability to take your paintbrush and gently struck upon my heart where love was supposed to be. And instead of you taking your time with me, you picked up the whole can and you threw it at me. I mean, come on, Dad. You could have used a little bit of yellow to let me know in the midst of a dark place there's still light. Or a little bit of blue to let me know in the midst of all there's still hope. And today, I wonder why my favorite color is black. You climbed into my head, created my perception. It trickled down into my heart so that I could project it. And Mom, no, you don't understand. God did not chemically create you to be a man. And Dad, no, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I just want you to understand how I am the perfectly imperfect picture that you painted. The reason why I'm tainted.
Woo.
Digging it.
Woo. How about the first time I heard that this chick was standing up underneath a ball cap?
I remember that.
And she was standing there, and I said, who is that up under there? Who is under there? The lights is on. They're bright. She's on top of the stage. She's in front of me. But I don't know who is up under there. To have the guts and courage to speak that kind of truth will make people want to know, okay, you just told me who you are, but who are you? You see what I'm saying? Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because people ain't willing to open up. They ain't willing to open up. And a lot of times I do have problems with a lot of poets and poetry. I know if you ask Natasha Elskari what her pet peeve is poets coming to the mic with unfinished work. Mm-hmm. And I've learned and bumped my head enough learning not to do that. Doing a piece of work off a piece of paper, whatever, what have you, then looking at it, later like, let me switch this word around, let me do this, let me change that, well, this was unfinished work. And then you become insecure about what you gave to people. Like, this was not finished. This wasn't even ready for it to be in people's ears right now. But my pet peeve is emptiness within the poem.
Yeah.
Emptiness. I'm not saying that everything has to be deep and meaningful. Some things is done for fun, some things are done for entertainment. But there are some things where you can tell that the person is striving to be deep, but putting together these useless words that just sounds like vessels of nothingness.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Just vessels of nothingness. And for any poets out there listening, you don't have to try so hard, babe. You already have a story.
Yeah.
You already have a testimony. I need you to be brave enough to share yourself with us without trying to cocoon it in useless vessels. Because you're allowing these words to get in the way of the true healing that God is trying to do.
How to preach.
You ain't got to be Webster's or Merriam or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Some of us got that vocabulary and a bit built up from reading books. You didn't have to go, you ain't got to do all that, because a lot of times the thing that will impress the most upon a person's heart and mind is just the truth of the matter.
My God. Just keep it simple.
The truth of the matter. And I can't even say, because I use crazy words myself, but that's the word that came.
Right.
It's not the word that I try to fit in and dig for. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm thinking about this workshop that we did last April too, because got a good word from there. Don't allow your rhyme to dictate the flow of the poem. So you get on a rhyme scheme, and then you try to keep finding these words to go within that scheme, and you done lost the point of where you started.
That's good.
That's a good one.
Just some poetry crafting. I done been to a workshop, learned some things or two. Know what I'm saying? I'm not a vet by any means. I just got vets I look up to that I honestly took what they said to heart. So, with that being said, talking about a vet.
Me? What?
Well, I mean, you are a beast. But you got that book in your hand like you about to do it to it. What you about to do?
Well, I mean, since we opened with Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do as far as a second poem. I decided to read another one of her poems.
Yeah.
And
welcome.
This one is called Thank You, Lord.
Thank you.
So, we're going to do that one. I see you, brown skin, neat afro, full lips, a little goatee, a Malcolm, Martin, Du Bois. Sunday services become sweeter when you're black. Then I don't have to explain why. I was out balling the town down Saturday night. Thank you, Lord. I want to thank you, Lord, for life and all in it. Thank you for the day, and for the hour, and for the minute. I know many are gone. I'm still living on. I want to thank you. I went to sleep last night, and I arose with the dawn. I know that there are others who are still sleeping on. They're gone away. You've let me stay. I want to thank you. Some thought because they seen sunrise, they seen it rise again. But death crept into the sleeping beds and took them by the hand. Because of your mercy, I have seen another day to live. Let me humbly say, thank you for this day. I want to thank you. I was once a sinner man, living unsaved and wild, taking my chances in the dangerous world, putting my soul on trial. Because of your mercy, falling down on me like rain. Because of your mercy, when I die, I'll live again. Let me humbly say, thank you for this day. I want to thank you.
That's beautiful.
Her writing is just, I don't think I could write like her. Well, for one, because I'm me. And I appreciate who I am. But like I said before, she has been able to shed a light on different types of people, different races, different stratified, from the rich to the poor. I remember one poem where she talked about being a factory worker and just waiting for Saturday night. She was just waiting for Saturday night. She said she put her money to the side for her tithe, and she said, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. She done worked hard all week. And the interesting thing about her is she has lived all those lives.
I just love how versatile she was. She can do all types of poems.
Yeah. She lived all those lives, though. She actually lived them to be able to testify about them. So she's been the single mother. She's been working all week. She's been the caged bird. She's been the abused person. She's been on top and living in the sun and in the light. She's been all of those people. So it's like it comes from a place of authenticity.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. So before we get into the last little couple of poems, I want to give you a couple of shout outs. And I'm going to allow my studio guests to give some shout outs too. You know what I'm saying? We keep it open on the line. So, Miss Desi earlier shouted out Faith Apostolic Temple because she was on the spot there. I shouted out earlier Temple of Truth Baptist Church. Hey, y'all. We also have the historic Centennial UMC with Reverend Gilmore. And upcoming events, June 27th, say June 27th.
June 27th.
June 27th, His Will Entertainment, the longest running Christian open mic, will be hosting another show at the Westport Coffee House, 4010 Pennsylvania. Y'all know what it is. KCMO 6411. Be there. Doors open at 7:30. Cost is $10. Now, the day after that, we got a show going on. GYRL, Giving Yourself Real Love, is hosting our 3rd annual Day of Inspiration. And this is a day for the community to come out and be inspired from testimonies from people of all walks of life, as well as some dope Christian entertainment. Just say dope with me, dope. Yes, dope. You know why I say it's dope? There's a chick to the left of me named Serenity. She gonna be there.
That's right.
She gonna be there. Yep. There's a chick to the right of me.
There is.
Okay, Brooklyn. Yes, she gonna be there. Absolutely in the building. So them plus many more dope singers, dancers, poets, and testimonies about how they got over, and that's our theme this year, how I got over. So be there, 3800 Troost at 2:00 p.m. Now, there's this other place that's having something that evening.
Mount Pleasant Baptist Church. We're having our third annual poetry event. Yes, third. It's I Am a Walking Testimony. And we have some dope poets, and one of them is Hey! It's me. Sherry.
I was faint.
Miss Purpose Hall. She will be amongst one of the poets. Myself, Mr. For His Will himself, and Rollins. And a couple other dope poets. And that is from 6 to 8. And that's 22nd, 100 Olive. So
I'm gonna mess with you out there. And I didn't even say the name of the church. Reverend Donna has been so gracious as to open her doors to us for a 2GYRL for this Day of Inspiration event. And it is St. Mark's Church, Reverend Donna, and they want to be, desperately, they want to be the community church. They want to be the place that serves the community, that the community can come into when they need anything. So they have opened their doors up to us. Beautiful church that wasn't previously being used to its full capacity, and it's now being used, and they want more of the community in it. Now, to the right of me, what shout outs do y'all have?
Okay, this is Star. I would like to first shout out New Bethel Church.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Along with that, I want to shout out the Hunger for More Youth Division, the Hunger for More Young Adult Division.
Yeah.
Let everybody know about our upcoming open mic event, Fresh Fire Friday. It's going to take place on Friday, July 25th. There's no cost to enter. 7 o'clock, 745 Walker Avenue, Kansas City, Kansas.
Well now, y'all done got an earful. And please don't forget our event in September, Women of Poetry, tribute to Maya Angelou. Hold up. This tribute to Maya Angelou, this show has been approved by her camp. Okay? Approved. It is an approved show. Hold up. Because it opens doors for you when you get approval. Yeah. You don't just go off road doing things by yourself. You decency and order. You approval.
That's right.
T.L. Williams reached out and said, hey, can we do this?
That's
and
right,
they're
I
like,
did that.
yeah.
That's right, I did that.
He did that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at God opening doors. Won't he do it?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. So, before we leave the air, I think I'm going to leave you with a poem. And this poem is probably near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. Since this is, a little tribute to Maya Angelou, I am going to leave you with I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And my reasoning for this is the same reason that I gave to a lot of people. A lot of times as Christians, we act like caged birds. We act like caged birds. The world done been beating up on us. You can't say God here. You can't do that there. You can't read your Bible here. You can't pray there. You can't do this. You can't do that. And there are things in place, like that. There are laws and sanctions and yada, yada, yada. But when you take the freedom of God, when you get your freedom, you need to take the liberties that you've been given. So, the poem is, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Because you better sing, caged birds. And Gigi's finding it in her book for me because my technology doesn't like me right now. Dum 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 dum. That's a little bit of intermission music. Dum 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 dum.
It's beautiful.
Dum. I know, right?
Beautiful.
I make the best music.
You do.
Oh, okay. Caged bird.
Oh, that's it.
A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream to the current's ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade wind soft through the swinging trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. That was the Gospel of Poets show for this month. We will see you next month. See you later.
Yeah.
Peace. You can't be having dead air. I was trying to like me on
Coming up.
Yeah, because that's what I was like. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like them things there. I just got done telling somebody that today. I was, G Watts, I was on his CD. I was like, I'm going to need that physical copy, bro, because I love this technology and all that good stuff.
It's not reliable.
But I'm that chick who likes to hold books in my hand. I hold books. I put CDs away. I do copy them.